Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, April 19th. It is 6:23 right now. Market's going to open in about 7 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and set up the room real quick, then we'll get started with our session for this morning. I just got to set up a few things over here. Good. All right, let me get this set up right here, and then we should be good to go. All right, looks good. Right there. Nice. Get this link sent out to you guys real quick. All right, people are making their way in right now. Hey, Vince, morning. Morning, Alexander. Morning, everybody. Morning, Marlon. Morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, April 19th. It is 6:25 right now. Market's going to open in about 5 minutes. So guys, just FYI, I took a pre-market entry right here. As you guys can see, there is a V3 here on the 10-minute. Whenever I see this, I do take the trade. I only took it for a quick 100 pips because market's going to open shortly. So I just took this trade here real quick. I'm not going to, well, I mean, I would have held it for longer if market wasn't opening so soon, but I literally just got online like a minute ago, right before this live was sent out. And then I saw this, so I just entered for a quick 100 pips and I made 1,000 off that. So this is a quick like pre-market profit right here. So when you guys do see my profit post later, you're probably gonna see like one win. I will take some screenshots for it later for you guys. Nice. Talanji caught it as well. There's a V3 on every time frame, he said. So great work if you guys did catch that. This 10-minute just never misses, guys. Whenever I see it, I do take it, even if it's for a partial little move. I still take it, and it does, works wonders. So it's been good. Anyways, let me see who else is here. Morning, David. Morning, Stern. Morning, Peter. Morning, Maria. Morning, Kenny. Morning, Steven. Morning, Fahad. Morning, David. Morning, Dell. Morning, Randy. Morning, iPhone. Morning, Lisa. Morning, Patrick. Morning, Slava. Morning, Solo. Morning, Mauricio. Yeah, no, definitely. Nice little warm up, Mauricio. Morning, Professor. Morning, Maddie. Morning, Miles. Morning, Jessica. Morning, Lily. Morning, everybody. Vince said no, the double body is the V1, Vince. The V3 is just you have a low with the red candle and then it's followed by a green candle, pending buy signal here. So there's no need for a double body there. That's going to be part of the V1. Morning, Rashida. Morning, Ruin. Morning, Swelly. Morning, Aaron. Morning, Matt. Morning, everybody. All right, guys. So let me go and mark up the liquidity real quick on the 1 minute. Market's going to open in about 3 minutes. So I'm going to make sure everything's all good to go before we open up for the day. All right, looks solid. Cool. All right. Looks like there's a lot of liquidity on both sides here. So we'll see how that goes. So that's it for the liquidity right there on the 1 minute. Market's gonna open in about 2 minutes, guys. So I'm gonna speed through this real quick. As you guys can see, if you guys already know what you're doing, it's not that difficult to mark up liquidity. It's literally just finding where the high lows are who were not been tested, and then you just draw your liquidity areas right there. All right, so it looks good. That's good. We'll be looking for the breakout, and then when the market does open, we will analyze for our bias. All right, so everything looks good here. I'm going to do a quick peek at the bias real quick to see if there's anything that we should, maybe be looking for. But for the most part, I think we should be good. Let me go over here real quick, take a look at the bias. Currently right now it is 50-50. So there is no bias again today, unfortunately. Fundamentals, no bias again. So we're just gonna have to go off technicals today. Unfortunately, there's not gonna be a bias. As I just mentioned, market's been like this for a while now, where there hasn't been a heavy bias. Market's gonna open in about 30 seconds, guys. So when the market does open, we're looking for a strong green candle in order to take the breakout. So there's a breakout right here. Well, this isn't the breakout yet, but the market needs to open. First candle after open, that will be considered the breakout. Here's the 10-minute again, full TP. So if I held it, I would have gone full TP, but I did make 100 pips off that. So I made a quick 1,000 off that there, and you can see it almost never fails. So it's pretty awesome how well it works. So if this closes as a strong green candle, this means it needs to close with a green candle with little to no wick on the top side. If that happens, then this will be the breakout entry. One thing to keep in mind, guys, is that this is a huge candle. So if you guys do remember from, all of our analysis in the past, if a candle is really big like this, it's, some sort of retracement is going to be due. So you want to be very careful entering this breakout if it does close that way. If it does close that way, I probably will not take it. I may take it for a quick little push if it does pull back a little bit for like a quick 100 pips. But for the most part here, I'm going to be very careful about taking entries that are overextended like this, because the last thing you want to do is hop into a trade when it's right about to reverse the other way. The thing is, I do expect it to come back down because the next entry for the 10-minute V3 is going to be a sell. So this is going to be the breakout right here. I'm not going to enter it just yet. I'm going to wait a little bit. If it does push up higher and reaches, liquidity up there, then maybe I'll take it. But currently right now, I'm not going to take it because it's just too overextended right now. Currently, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take a screenshot of my earlier entry. And you can see right there, it is pulling back, right? So this is why I'm not taking it right here, because it's way too overextended. What I might do is I might take it for a quick little push up when it swings back up, but I'm not looking to take it just yet. If I do take it, I'll let you guys know, give you guys a little heads up. But currently right now, you can see it's retracing back down. This is why I would not take the trade right away. So here it goes, it swings back up. Let me see if I can maybe, no, I'm not going to take it yet. I'm gonna let it drop a little more, maybe put a buy stop right there at the entry point. No, not yet. So I'm gonna let this candle close first. Okay. Now I'm gonna wait a little bit. I'm gonna wait and let this candle close too, because typically what happens here is price will pull down halfway, or it'll pull down for a full correction of the candle. So I'm gonna let this candle close, and then possibly I'll put a buy stop right here, and then I'll just catch it as it pushes up a little bit. If not, I might just wait for it to push up to here. And when it gets close to TP, I'm just going to catch it for the last 100 pips over here. So this thing played out exactly how I identified. I anticipated this to happen, the pullback. So that's why I didn't enter right away. If you entered right away and you just went for 100 pips, obviously you would have gotten your 100 pips there, but I'm waiting for it to push back up. So I'm going to wait a little bit. It's at the halfway mark. So at this halfway mark right here, maybe I'll set a buy stop and then I'll just catch it for a little push to the upside. I don't know if I'll take it for the whole thing, because you guys can see here, this candle is way too big compared to these other ones, right? If this candle was like the same size as this one right here, then yeah, maybe it'll keep pushing up. But the problem with this here, that it's so overextended. So let me see if I can put a buy stop right here. All right, buy stop is set. In the position and hit my TP. Okay, so quick. I just went for a quick little push there, guys. Like I mentioned, I'm not taking the full move. I'm catching small little moves right here because I'm still not convinced that it's going to push up the full way. As you guys remember, like I haven't taken this breakout for the full move in a while. I usually take trades within it. And it played out exactly how I anticipated. I already pulled out for TP right there because I only went for 100 pips. I put the buy stop right here at the, well, I already had it set up. And I put the buy stop right there at entry. I probably could have held on to it for longer, but I don't feel comfortable with this position here. So if you guys are holding on to it, nice work. Make sure to move your stop loss in profit. And then just keep, if you want to hold on to it, feel free. If you want to just move your stop loss in profit, let it run, do that as well. If you guys are happy with your profits right now, pull out with profit at the moment. You could reach half profit right here. Nice work, Steven. Just reach his goal for the day. So Steven's goal every day is to make 1,000. And Steven reached it. It's probably gonna hit TP, but as I mentioned, if you guys don't feel comfortable with the position, then you can pull out. Let me just put an alert here. Oh, crap. I was trying to get the number right here. There you go, right there. Breakout full TP. Oh fuck, I missed it. I was gonna try to get the last push there. It's too late for me to enter. So it's okay. If you guys want to enter it, feel free. It's too late for me to, or I mean, if you guys are still in it, just, make sure to move your stop loss in profit. Because you can see right here, the market isn't really moving super smoothly. It is pushing up, but as I mentioned, it's not moving as smooth as one would want it to. I do have, and there's a sessions right here too. So just like Talanji said, this is another reason why I want to be careful about taking entries here, because there's a sessions here. Price tends to become a bit manipulated. Price doesn't need to get all the way up to the actual sessions. You can get somewhere near it and it can still just bounce down. So there's just a lot of red flags here, guys. If there was no sessions right here, then maybe I would have held it for longer, but it's just too close to sessions right here on the top end. So I'm hoping all of you guys listened and put your stop loss in profit, because if you guys did, you probably would have pulled out right now. If anything, you can always double dip. So I'm hoping some of you guys moved your stop loss in profit, because you could have hopped back in when it bounced back up. Yeah, no, exactly, Maddie, for sure. And it's Trap Tuesday, just like Miles said. So, I mean, there's just a lot of things to take into consideration for today. Let me check the news as well to see if there's anything that is going on this morning. So this morning over here on the 19th, there's an IMF meeting that's all day. I don't know what that's for, but there was US news here at 5:30. Other than that, there's nothing really else going on. Let me go here and mark up the news from earlier. So news from earlier, let me mark up opening price, which is right there. Color that blue. News price was at 5:30, which was right here. So guys, the thing is, I'm not trying to scare you guys out of this position. As I mentioned earlier, I'm literally just trying to give you guys a heads up, because the thing is, the last thing you want to do is hold on to a position and get caught on the wrong side, right? So it's still running right now, the breakout, but I will give you guys an update. Well, we already have an alert running, so if and when it does hit, it'll give me an alert. It's 5:30 over here. 5:30 right there. Because the thing with trading, guys, is that you guys have to go off instinct as well. I can give you guys as much warning as possible, but it's really up to you guys how you guys want to handle your position, right? If you guys want to hold on to it, if you guys want to move your stop loss and profit, because the last thing I want you guys to do is be stressed out about a position when you don't need to be stressed out about it. Because if you're stressed out about it, then you should obviously pull out and profit. If you're okay with the risk, then hold on to it. It's just up to your personal preference and your personal trade psychology, because everyone handles these trades differently. So I'll just take these off right here because these have already been broken. And you can see price is now moving a bit sideways. So we'll keep watching this right here. We don't have any other entries that are available at the moment. The only reason that I'm a bit iffy about what the current buy right now is the fact that on the 10-minute, the next entry here. So say, for example, this closes and then we get a red candle after, right? that's going to be a sell for a V10. I mean, not a V10, a V3 on the 10-minute. So that's why I think this is a bit risky. Maddie said V10. We have to create we have to create a new strategy for that now. The V10 only for the 10-minute. Peter said you got the R8 in mind, right? Yeah, no, I do. I really do though. It will have like 10 variations by June. Jokes. Let me go and just take a screenshot of my profits real quick. So here is I just took 2 trades today. About 2,000 off my personal, not personal, my main account, my copier. Man, there's some slippage on my copier, some real good slippage. I made almost an extra 1,000 off my FTMO copier. All right, my MFF. It's about solid. And if you guys have profits to post up, if you guys already pulled out of the position as well, feel free. From the beginning, I already figured this position was going to be a bit risky. So hopefully majority of you guys already pulled out in profit because I'm not in the position anymore. I try to identify the riskier trades as early as possible so that you guys can have a heads up. Today, I thought this to be very risky. It wasn't like how it's been the past couple days. So let me go ahead and just post up my profits real quick. All right. So as you guys can see, it's coming right back down, right? This is why you guys want to be very careful. Sessions is right there. Could be anticipated. I wouldn't re-enter the trade if you guys are looking to re-enter it because it's way too late into the breakout, right? The breakout should have hit already at this point. You can see it's kind of just bouncing around this area now. So I wouldn't recommend entering the breakout if you guys haven't already entered it because it's just not a good time to enter. This trade usually hits within the first 5 minutes. This trade's been running for, not that it's not going to hit, but this trade's been running for like 10 minutes now. So double the time that it normally runs. Let's see. Janae's asking, what's the name of the symbol or of tool used to mark up? That's the long tool, Janae. So if you click this right here, it's the long tool, long position tool right there. Nice, smart move, Nick. Yeah, Nick said he got it and bailed because he felt the pullback. There's just a lot of reasons why today's going to be risky. I mean, one of the main ones is that it's Trap Tuesday, right? Every Tuesday you have these traps that come up and they just, they're not smooth moves like how they've been the past couple weeks. It was kind of like this last Tuesday too. It wasn't a straight push. I think our breakout last Tuesday did the same exact thing, kind of pushed up, kind of went back and forth for a while, and then eventually just shot all the way up to hit TP before coming right back down. Thanks, Randy. Randy said there's a double wick on the, so no double wick right here, Randy. The double wick has to be at the same point. So for this one right here on the 5 minute, in order for it to be a double wick, which is a V1, it would have to have a double wick at the same price point, and same right here, same price point. So no V1 right here on the 5 minute. There goes, price starts to push up higher. Remy said it was a great analysis, Sean. Saved my ass. Yeah, you just gotta be careful with it sometimes, guys. Because the last thing I want to do is get caught on the short end of the stick. Let me just delete this real quick. Madhu said possible triple confluence. Yeah, no, if you get a buy signal here and it closes above this liquidity right here, yeah, there's actually I just hit TP, and there's the V1, the triple confluence right there. It's too close to the sessions though, so I'm not going to take it. And it would have hit TP right there too. So you got it as well, my dude. So guys, whoever held on to it, big congrats to you guys. Full TP off that. If you guys want to send in your profits, feel free. So as you guys can see, the strategy works fine. It just depends on your ability to hold on to the position, right? Whether you felt okay with holding on to it and trusted it, it eventually did hit. This is the same setup that happened last Tuesday. It's just, there's a lot of uncertainty here because price will come up, come down. Last thing you want to do is be betting on this position. You kind of want to just get out with at least some profit. So here's my accounts over here. This is my my main account. You can see the green strips here because it did hit full TP for both of these trades here. I made a total of 2,046. Here's my FTMO copier. I locked in a total of 2,881 right here. Same trades, just copied. Here's my MFF, locked in a total of 2,120. My MFF copier locked in a total of 2,120 as well. And then my TFF account over here locked in a total of 2,700. So in total, I'm in profit 246,810, well over 10,000 for the day so far, just 2 trades. So, you know, if you guys use proper risk, you guys will be perfectly fine. But great work to whoever held on to the position here. There's another triple, actually a triple confluence that Madhu mentioned over there. Unfortunately, I wasn't going to enter it because it was so close to these sessions. But for you guys who did catch it, great work. You guys can see every single strategy that applied this morning hit full TP, breakout, triple confluence, V3 over here on the 10-minute, and pretty much everything hit if you took any of the strategies within the last 10 minutes or so. So great work, guys. I'll just give an update here so that you guys know to pull out of that position. Last thing I want you guys to do is still be holding on to the position when it's already hit full TP. So quick profits to kick off. All right, I'll go over everyone's profits as well. I'm still looking for trades here, guys. So I'm not off the charts. I'm still paying attention to everything here. I'm just checking everything over here. So let me scroll up real quick. Dave over here. So nice work, Dave. Dave locked in a total of 1,846. Great work right there, Dave. Quick profit. Nice to have Dave back in the group. Kenny over here locked in a total of 1,199. Great work, Kenny. All wins. He took the breakout right there. The buys at 633 and 634. Dell over here as well took the breakout, locked in a total of 336. Nice work, Dell. Nick over here took the breakout, moved to stop loss and profit, locked in a total of 90. Not too bad. Profit's profit. Scotty over here as well, locked in a total of 955 right here as well. So nice work, Scotty. All you guys doing pretty good. Angela, I think you're in the room now, right? Sorry, I just saw your message right now. I'm not sure if you got in, but I'm pretty sure you're in here now. Let me just copy this over real quick. Over here. And over there. All right, other than that, let me see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. I think that's it for right now. Price is rejecting off the sessions right here. So I'm not really looking for anything at the moment. I'm basically just waiting for it to either bounce off it or break above it. So like one of 2 things will happen at this point. Price will either break above and continue pushing higher, or it'll just bounce off it and come right back down, right? One of the 2. Let's see, Valentine over here. Nice work, Valentine. Locked in 10,000 for the day. He traded the DAX this morning or during London, and then he traded US30 with us right here for the breakout. So great work right there, Valentine. Up 10,000. As you guys can see, there's a lot of members here who actually make more profit than me, right? I made a pretty good amount. I made probably 10K in total across all my accounts. Some people make that much in just one account. So it's just your ability to take more trades and to be more confident with taking more trades. For me, I take, only quality trades. So I'm not looking for anything too risky, just for what I know for sure is going to hit. Mills on over here as well, locked in a total of 1,003. So if you guys didn't see the post yesterday, this is Mills on over here. Big congrats to Mills on. He maxed out all of his FTMOs. He's probably one of the first members here in K2 that I know that has reached this level where they've maxed out their FTMO. Like for me, I have 2 FTMO accounts, right? They're both 200K. So I have that as well. But Melzon's like one of the members that has it as well. So this is what happens when you guys max out your account. You get this and you get max allocation, which is a total of 400K total in funded accounts. So great work, Melzon. With that, more profits over here. David over here locked in a total of 290. Nice work, David, sorry. Vincent over here, he put the buy stop where it was supposed to be and it kept going up. Vincent locked in a total of 1,123. Nice recovery right there, Vincent. I know it's been a rocky week for you last week, but you bounced right back. Maddie over here as well, locked in a total of 206 off this account. And then 416 off this account right here. Nice work, Maddie. I think that's it for right now. Let me see if there's anything else here that I need to cover. As you can see right here, price has not confirmed the direction. You can see the fake out. This is why I don't trade around the sessions. Price pushed above, it faked out, came right back down. And then here we go, as price decides to either push back up and actually push up higher or drop back down lower. So just keep that in mind, guys. This tends to be an area of high manipulation. If you guys are new here, if you guys are not new here and you guys have seen this before, you guys already know what I'm talking about. This is why I don't trade around sessions. I don't trade around here. I don't trade around here. I know there's a triple confluence right here, but I didn't take it because it's right at the sessions. And same situation with like, news price and opening price below there. So other than that, let me see if there's anything else here. There's actually a lot more people here who posted more profits. We got Kenny over here. Kenny locked in a total of 1,199. So great work right there, Kenny. Let's see what else I'm missing here. Matthew over here locked in a total of 255. Matthew moved to stop loss and profit. So nice work right there, Matthew. Matthew. There's a lot of Matts here. I get confused sometimes. And John over here locked in a total of 2,883 in profit. So John said, took reentry and lost, but recovered on the next reentry and won opening. Great work, John. Smart move there and great recovery on your loss right there. I know you still would have been in profit, but you pretty much just made it right back on that reentry. So nice work right there, John. Looks like your stop loss might have been a little too close. It just, it just happens. Bad reentry, but you still made it back. So it's all that matters. Other than that, let me see if there's anything else here. Cern over here is currently up 222 euros off this account. And then his second account over here, he's currently up 567 euros. So great work right there, guys. Great work across everybody. If you guys have any other profit to send in, feel free to send them in. Otherwise, we'll keep looking for some more entries here. So as you can see, prices in between this sessions and this session's right here. This is the New York high from yesterday, and this is the Asia high from yesterday. I'm looking for price to break outside of either side. So price to either push above here or price to push below here in order for me to take entries. I'm not going to take anything around this area because the last thing I want to do is take a buy at this point. It's like, say, for example, a buy does come up and then price just bounces off here and I end up in drawdown. Vice versa, I don't want to take a sell and then price ends up right here at the sessions and then I end up in some drawdown this way, right? So just a matter of patience, guys, waiting for some sort of entry to come up. I'll check the other time frames, but it wouldn't matter because the sessions are the same on all time frames. So like, for example, here on the 3-minute, there's nothing here. Here on the 5-minute, there's nothing here as well. And lastly, here on the 10-minute, there's nothing here. However, we might get a V3 here. If this closes as a red candle, we have about 7 minutes left on this candle. If it closes as a red candle, then we'll have a V3 going to the downside. Currently right now, there's nothing available, but at some point, or actually it's going to push up higher. So this is the new high. Price might drop a little later, but we don't know about that just yet until we have some sort of confirmation. Let me go ahead and just refresh the retail sentiment. Retail sentiment is currently at 56% short. So we're probably going to be looking for some buys today. The overall bias right now is looking like a buy because it's indicating that 56% of retail traders are on the short side. It looks like when price pushed up right here, a lot of retail traders were anticipating a drop back to the downside for a correction. However, there's a lot of retail traders on the bottom side, on the sell side now. So I think price is going to do the opposite and continue pushing up higher. Looking over at the fundamentals are currently up 264 points. So everything is definitely pointing towards a buy right now. Looking over here at the heat map, let's refresh this real quick. The heat map is indicating that market is completely green, I'm pretty sure, when this loads. And this thing takes a while to load sometimes. Refresh this again. Okay. There we go. So as you can see right here, the entire US30 is pretty green. The only things that are red right here are Apple and Microsoft, but these are probably going to turn green in a while anyways. Looks like it's starting that shift to the upside. So if that happens, then everything's definitely pointing towards a buy. Retail traders on the sell side, we want to do the opposite of them. So we want to buy. Fundamentals are very bullish. The heat map is very green as well. There's only two big stocks two big stocks here that are currently down. Microsoft is down 1.4 points and Apple is down less than a point. So I do think this is going to push right back to the upside. We can actually look at the stock index right here, refresh this. So as you can see, the entire stock index is like pretty much all green. A couple companies right here that are red, but not too many. The big ones right here, Apple, or Apple is not even, it's only down like less than a point, like less than 0.17 points. Microsoft actually is green now. So if I was to refresh this, Microsoft is actually going to turn green. It's almost there. I mean, it's still moving around, but it looks like it's starting to shift around. So overall, we're looking for bias here, guys. Now that we have a bias, we're looking for an entry to come up. Price did push above here. Price might come down for retest and push back higher, but we'll be waiting for it. So we'll see. All of liquidity here got hit on the 1 minute. So this is like one of the situations where I don't think this will come back to open. So, Rick's back to open strategy. I don't know if this will come back to open because everything's pointing towards the upside. This is where, Rick's back to open theory doesn't necessarily look like it'll play out because everything is pointing towards a buy. Usually we don't have a bias. The price will come right back down. But today we have a strong bias. Everything is pointing towards a buy. Retail sentiment here is still 57% short. Fundamentals are still extremely strong. Looking over here at CNBC, all of the indexes are up right now. So the Dow is currently up 274 points. S&P is up 30 points. NASDAQ's up 75 points. Russell 2K is up 4 points. Everything's up aside from the VIX, but the VIX is irrelevant in comparison to the US30. See if any updates with the Ukrainian war. Ukraine says phase 2 of the war has begun as Russia begins offensive in the Donbass. Yeah, no area is safe in Ukraine anymore. They keep talking about peace talks, but it's definitely not happening. It's unfortunate. Anyways, back to the charts over here. Need to update the areas of liquidity, but you guys can see that there's liquidity that's building up over here, guys. So oh, fuck, I didn't realize I deleted everything. There's areas of liquidity that's building up here on the bottom side. So when price does come back down, which might happen like mid-market, you can probably expect it to have a bit of a drop here. So I'd be careful with taking any sells at this moment, guys. I know some of you guys might be tempted to take some sells, but I'd be very careful because the everything's still pointing towards a buy. So let me just update the liquidity here. So right there. All right. All right, so nothing here off the 1 minute. Price is kind of just consolidating now. We'll see if this ends up being a range. You can see the high and the low right there. Price is pretty much just ranging down the middle right here. I do think it'll push back up, but currently right now, price is literally just ranging right down the middle. Volatility's died down quite a bit. Let's see how far these candles are really pushing. Pushing like about 100 pips, not too much. There goes, price pushes up higher. Nothing off the 3-minute, nothing off the 5-minute, nothing off the 10-minute. We got to focus on the one right now because there's nothing on any of those time frames. And let me check the messages real quick, see if there's anything that I'm missing. Mauricio said who needs caffeine in the AM when you have K2, right? Let's get your adrenaline pushing, taking that breakout, especially if it doesn't hit right away. A lot of people used to mention that before when you take a breakout, because before we would take the actually we wouldn't even take, actually it was a breakout, so we would take the breakout, but there'd be no biases because we never used biases in the past. I would use biases personally, but I didn't really explain in detail like what we were looking for. You know, what we didn't have the sessions, like we didn't have all these extra indicators to help us identify where rejection points are. So we would literally just take the breakout and it would go back and forth, and we'd be like tripping out because we weren't sure why price was like not moving smoothly, and it was during COVID. So you guys can only imagine how high people's blood pressure was getting when price wouldn't immediately hit TP, and it would keep going into profit and going back into negative and back into profit, etc. It was fun times. I think COVID, not really COVID trading, but I think trading when Trump was president was pretty fun for a lot of people here. Because the thing is, whenever Trump would tweet, he would just buy and they would go straight into profit, and then people would get super hyped over it. With COVID, price was more choppy, so it wasn't really directional. And hopefully now price goes back into this directional push. We just been going through a lot of different weird phases. We had COVID, well, we had Trump, then we had COVID, then now we have the Ukrainian war. Looks like market's starting to move a bit smoother compared to the past 2 months when the war started. So hopefully it continues to move this way throughout the rest of the spring. Because the spring's where we make most of our profits. Summer kind of dies down a bit, but spring is usually the money maker for all of us here. Spring, fall, and winter, or mostly just spring and fall, for sure. Gotcha, Angela. Okay, perfect. I just saw your message right now here in the Zoom. Let me scroll down a little bit, so I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Rick said, I'm not in a back to open. Good move, Rick. Yeah, if anyone's thinking of riding this back to the open, I don't necessarily think it's not going to happen. I just don't think it's going to happen right now. So it might happen later, but not right now, because everything is still pointing towards the upside. So just want to clarify that, because you guys can take it if you want. It's just, I really don't recommend it, especially not at this moment. If things start to shift, so the only reason I would maybe take the back to open is if here on the 10-minute, we get a V3 for a sell, which is what's going to happen next. Because we don't have, well, I mean, we have a pending sell signal. So we need a high with a green candle, then followed by a red candle. This is not going to be a V3 right here. If we do get a V3, then I would possibly expect it to come down. That's the only reason I would take it for a sell here. I would need a V3 on the 10-minute. Other than that, price here on the 1-minute is just going sideways. It's pretty much just ranging at the moment. Scroll down a little bit. I see, Matt, Addie. I just saw your message. Yeah, no, it's too risky to take any sells right now. But it's all good. It's good that you kept your losses small. So, so if you guys do take some speculative entries here for a sell, if you guys do, which I don't recommend anybody do right now, take it with a smaller lot size, right? If you guys want to play around with the market and try to play chicken with the market to see if it'll come back down, I mean, it's really up to you guys, but I highly recommend that you guys don't take any sells right now, especially because, let me just go back over here. Sentiment is just getting higher. As this number gets higher, it's just going to keep pushing up even higher, because more retail traders are doing what a lot of other people are thinking, right? Everyone's thinking that this is overextended and that price is going to come back down. So you get a lot of retail traders over here entering sells. So you can see this is the number of retail traders that are taking sells for US30 right now. Everyone here is kind of thinking the same thing. The market makers are going to make it easy and just drop it so that they can make money, right? They're going to push it up to stop everybody out. Once everybody gets stopped out, then they'll drop it down. So I'm going to do the complete opposite of everybody else. If everyone's selling, I'm going to be buying. There's just no reason to sell right now either. It's just you're kind of gambling at this point if you do take a sell, because everything's literally green. Like the fundamentals are up 300 points now. This is like standing in front of a moving train, right? But like praying that it'll stop. It's probably not going to stop. Or not a moving train. I'll probably use a different analogy. I have to find a different analogy for this. Something that's climbing. This is kind of like someone climbing a mountain, right? Like if someone's climbing Mount Everest and everyone's kind of betting that he's going to fall off the mountain, he's probably not going to fall off the mountain because he's just using that as motivation to keep pushing up higher. That's probably a better analogy, not a moving train, because trains don't move upwards. Or a rocket, right? People like expecting a rocket to fail its launch. Probably keep pushing. But yeah, I mean, everything here is literally pointing towards a buy. So I would hold off on taking any sells at the moment. Microsoft is green now. So you can see right here from the heat map, pretty much everything here is green. Only one that's red is Apple, but Apple's down less than a point. P&G, Procter & Gamble over here, down less than a point. This is going to turn green soon. I mean, all of these that are red, they're not even down by a point. Aside from Chevron, but who cares about Chevron? And Caterpillar over here. These two here are down by a point. But everything else here is completely green. The only big one is Travelers right here, but I don't think Travelers really has an effect on the markets. It's down 6 points. Travelers is, I don't even see it on here. Travelers is an insurance company. I don't even see them on here. They're the only ones that are oh, it's right here, sorry. Okay, so they're the only ones that are down right here, red. But there's such a small market cap in US30, like they can't even affect the market at all, right? They're so small compared to everything else. So I don't really see it pushing at all. Yeah, that's literally the only stock that's red. That's like actually red. It's down 6 points. Everything else is down less than a point. Merck & Co, Caterpillar, Chevron. And this is a huge help. Thanks ET for sending this, because I didn't realize how big market cap was these compared to Travelers. Not even worth anything compared to all the other companies. Anyways, back to the charts over here. Let me see if there's any updates. No, really, it's still pushing up higher, which is no surprise. But it is overextended though, so just keep that in mind, guys. What I think is going to happen here is price will just kind of range for a bit, probably retrace slightly, and then come back up. But overall, I don't think it's going to drop that heavily anytime soon. Yeah, Matthew said the 10-minute is so overextended. It is. This candle is huge. This candle is huge. I'm hoping this here closes as a green candle, so that the next candle, if it closes as a red candle, we can maybe catch it for a little push, even if it's for like a little, like 500 pips or so. I wouldn't mind that. Anything to make some profit off these little pushes here, because we just don't have much going on. Market volatility here is super dead at the moment. Randy said triple confluence at 658. I don't think there was one right here, Randy, because in order for you to get a high low, you need at least 5 candles to pass. So like there was a high right here, but there was only 1, 2, 3 candles. You need about 6 candles in order for you to have a high low. So where's the high low at? Yeah, you need 5 candles actually, sorry. 6 including the last candle. So 5 candles and then 1 extra one that will be breaking the high. You need this in order to have a triple confluence. So triple confluence is three strategies in one. It's a high-low. I mean, it's basically any three strategies that you want to use, but for the most part, we use the high-low, the intraday entry, and then the pivots as well. So those are the three strategies that put together the triple confluence. Scroll down a little bit. Oh, gotcha. Never mind. I just saw your message. You followed up with it, Randy. All good. John said we should still be able to get 50 points out of the 3-minute trade of the day if we get a 3-minute sell. Yeah, I can see that too. But volatility here is so dead that we're probably not going to get it anytime soon. Looks like this candle here, like these candles here aren't even moving. So each candle is moving like maybe 50 pips, which is nothing yet. That's not even enough to cover a spread. Because spread on MT4 or on FTMO is like 110 pips. So you're going to be able to cover spread with one of these candles here. Let's see if there's anything else over here real quick. Matthew said 3-minute and 10-minute are both going to be sells, but I don't know. Today's just kind of sketch. Yeah, I agree too, Matthew. Kenny said use SpaceX as an example. Hey, Brock, how's it going? Brock's back. Yeah, no, exactly. Talanji said people forget that it's pretty normal for US30 to push for an all-time high often. Yeah, which I agree. I know it doesn't make sense sometimes why it pushes up so high, because a lot of times it pushes up for no reason. But if you guys were trading with us, you know, last year, you guys, or even the year before that during COVID, around COVID, you would see that the all-time highs were getting hit like almost every day for no reason. Not that we're anywhere near all-time high. Here is the 4-hour chart. Scroll back a little bit. The all-time high is super high though. It's like way over here. So we're not going to hit an all-time high anytime soon, but eventually it'll probably hit. It's currently 21,000 points away, 21,000 pips away. So it's got a long way to go until it reaches the all-time high, but it is pushing up. So we'll see about that. But yeah, price is continuing to push up higher. So our analysis from today is still playing out perfectly, going off the bullish bias. We just don't have any entries here. There's a V3 here that came up. I don't know if you guys, actually no, there's not, sorry. We didn't have a pending buy signal. So no V3 there. Starting to, there was actually a V1 though. A V1 body. Right here. I don't know if anyone caught that. But also it wouldn't count because there's no pending buy signal. The buy signal is over here. So you need a buy signal to actually be able to take that as a V1. I mean, basically all the variations. To take any variation, you need to have some sort of pending buy signal. Let's go back to the retail sentiment. Retail sentiment is currently 59% short. So as you can see, price is still pushing up. I kind of feel bad for a lot of the retail traders here on the sell, because all these people they're going to get stopped out soon. You already see that coming, right? Like a lot of people here think like they're just betting on that sell. And I've been telling you guys not to take a sell because, like, for example, if you take a sell from down here when you thought price was going to drop, you for sure are in this massive drawdown. Like, for example, I know a lot of people who are not on the live right now because I'm in other groups. I'm being kind of nosy right now. I'm kind of seeing what everyone else is doing. There's some groups here that are telling people to take sells, and I'm like, man, these people are getting blown out of the water. So I'm in this other group, and they took a sell right here, and I'm like, damn, they're getting burnt right now. Because if you took a sell at this moment, so some people did take sells right here. I'm just trying to figure out, like, their stop loss is usually like right here, right? The swing. So if they took a sell right there, they only got stopped out of that spike. And then like drawdown is massive right now if you're in a sell. Yeah, they be in some drawdown of like almost 2,000 pips right now. Because I know some people are just too stubborn to pull out of a trade when it hits their stop loss. They just keep pushing it higher and higher because they think price is going to just come dumping. But we know price isn't going to dump yet because the sentiment is so, or the bias overall is so strong for a buy right now. But don't get me wrong, it's going to push down eventually because we have all this liquidity here, right? So probably mid market, maybe around 9. Price will start coming, like making its way back down, because it still has to come back down and hit like literally all of this liquidity right here. It's liquidity right here, liquidity down here. At some point, it's going to come back down. It's just going to correct back down, but I don't see it happening anytime soon right now. Nice. Rick said he's sitting on his hands. Great idea, Rick. Don't hop into that back to open just yet. So let's see if this number has changed. This number is increasing. It's crazy. So many people are still trying to bet on that drop. So you can see right here, the number is increasing. So you see a lot of retail traders. I'm sure there's a lot of signal groups out there that are telling people that it's super overextended and it's going to have to drop, which I do think it's going to drop, just maybe not right now. But the number here is just increasing higher. Looking over here at the fundamentals haven't gone any lower. It's still at 334. Looking at the heat map over here, I'll refresh this. So it's actually really risky to take any trade right now. I wouldn't take any buys or sells because the thing is, they may drop price a little bit. So price may come down a little bit to lure in some more sellers, right? So this number here is probably going to increase a little more from 60 to maybe 62. And then as soon as people enter, they're going to spike price right back up to stop them out. So if anyone here enters a sell, where do you think their stop loss is going to be? Their stop loss is going to be right there at the swing high, right? So here's an area to possibly look out for. This might be an area of liquidity as price swings back up, because if everyone has their stop losses sitting around that area, when price does push back up and it triggers everyone's stop losses, it's going to push up even higher. So that's the reason why you're seeing this liquidity push to the upside, right? So you guys can see how there was a high right here. When people entered the sell, they put their stop loss right there. So when price did hit this point, it pushed up even higher. And then again, when people entered sells right here, the stop loss was right here. So when they pushed up higher, you just see this liquidity push to the upside. So just be careful and don't fall for these traps here. I feel like a lot of people are really tempted to enter a sell at this moment, but I would be patient and just wait for, I would just be patient and wait for it to confirm its direction, which I do think it's going to keep pushing up. Damn. Swelly said he's in a group. The guy said he's still holding, waiting for the sell, holding the drawdown. That's crazy. Like, guys, I would never hold drawdown this wide. Like, if you should have your stop loss as tight as possible. Because I'm pretty sure some people are holding on to sells from right here, and they're in drawdown like over almost 3,000 pips now. Like, people are just praying it's going to come back down. It's crazy. Yeah, I know Maddie said it just might keep going, which I wouldn't be surprised if it does. So as I mentioned, guys, there's liquidity sitting right here. This is where a lot of people's stop losses are sitting. So just keep an eye out for this area. If price does push back up and gets above this area, you could probably expect a push up, like a spike of price to the upside, kind of like what happened here. So like right here, this is where stop losses were, right? Because there's a high there. So you can see a big push right here. As soon as price hit this point, it shot up and stopped everybody out. Again, right here, same situation. There's a high right here. So when price hit this area, it just shot up. So if you see price hit this point again right here, it's probably going to shoot up again. It's just going to trigger everyone's stop losses. That's basically what I see happening. Professor Sam recovering hoppy-o-matic. Let's see, is there if there's anything else here. Thanks, Peter. Peter said my FX book said in 1 hour and 46 minutes, Fed Evans will be speaking. Let me pull that up real quick. There's nothing here on the Forex Factory, but I will look at my FX book, because my FX book does have other events that are not. I don't know why. It's weird, because Forex Factory is usually on point, but yeah, Fed member Evans is going to be speaking at 9:05, which will be fine because we're not going to be trading at that point. We'll be off live, but that's pretty much the next thing coming up. We got news, the 52-week bill auction at 8:30, and then we have Fed Evans speaking at 9:05. Other than that, not really much. So the sellers are still adding on. It's now at 61%. You can see price just going to consolidate a bit. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if you see a big green candle. If you see a big green candle, this is like the market makers telling everybody to watch out. Because whenever you see price start to squeeze like this, it's due for a breakout, right? It doesn't have to be a big breakout, but when price starts to squeeze like this and it starts to move really slow, it's usually preparing for a breakout to the upside or a breakout to the downside. So just a matter of waiting. And I'll send you guys my when you guys asked if you guys can see my profits for the week so far. So it's only Tuesday. Keep that in mind. Here's a screenshot of my profits for the week so far. Here's for the day, and then here's for the week. So for the day right now, I'm currently up 2046 plus 2881 plus 2120 plus 2120 plus 2700. So this is how much I'm up for the day right now. And then for the week so far, just for yesterday and today, I haven't had any losses. So I'm up 6288, 6843, 6140, 6 plus 7350. So this is how much I'm up for the week so far. So not bad, guys. It's been a pretty solid week so far. It's just all about consistency and waiting for those good trades. I only took about how many trades did I take yesterday? I took 4 trades yesterday, and then I took 2 trades today. So total of 6 trades for the week so far, and that's pretty much it on my end. But it added up pretty nicely. So let's see a couple more profits over here. Dell sent in his profits, locked in 239. Nice work, Dell. Barack over here locked in a total of 1,885. Nice work, Barack. He double dipped into the entry earlier. And then Dell again right here locked in another buy for a total of 420 for the day. So great work, Dell, and great work, Barack. Other than that, see if there's anything else here. Maddie over here locked in, or no, he didn't lock in. So Maddie over here took the sell, as I was saying earlier. You know, Maddie kind of lowered his lot size, which is fine. Took a loss there. It's okay. It happens. But and he understood that he made a mistake by taking a sell. That's the main key here, guys. It's okay if you guys take losses. The main key here is that you guys actually understand like why you took the loss, right? So Maddie did understand. He knew that he kind of messed up on it right there. But it's all good. He's gonna bounce back from it. You can see, you know, his other days have been really good. Other than that, I think that's it for right now, unless you guys have any other props to send in. Yeah, no, exactly. Maddie said I'll probably be back at the end of today, if not the end of the week. Kenny said, man, my future work days look awesome. Yeah, I mean, definitely, Kenny. I mean, once you start doing this as your full-time gig, I mean, you'll be pretty solid, because this is all I do in the morning. I trade with you guys from 6:30 to 8. And then other than that, I'm just hanging out. I go on with my day. So Other than that, let me see if there's anything else that I'm missing here. Not really much going on. The 10-minute over here, there's no entry for a V3, nothing off the 5. I mean, technically there was a V3 here off the 5, not one that I would take because it's a sell. I'm not looking to take any sells right now unless I get it on the 10-minute. Nothing off the 3-minute. And as you can see here, the 1-minute is starting to push up. One area to keep in mind is going to be this area of liquidity because this is where everyone's stop losses are sitting. If this number over here stays above 60%, looks like people got scared. So as you can see right here, it was 61 earlier. Now it's 60. So what happened was some people who were on the sell side got scared and they finally pulled out or hit their stop loss and they were just too deep into drawdown, right? So there's still a lot of people here on the sell side, but 1% of these sellers pulled out. They either pulled out because they got stopped out or they pulled out because, you know, they just couldn't handle the drawdown, which no surprise there. I wouldn't be holding it either. So other than that, we'll see where this goes. But yeah, guys, it's just a matter of patience. You know, it's like for me right here, I probably could have taken a bunch of buys here. Like I could have taken all these buy signals here because these were pivot scalp entries, but I didn't. It's just a matter of me just being patient and waiting. Because the thing is, if I took this trade here, I actually would have hit TP. That would have been fine. And then again, right here, I could have taken this for another 100 pips. It still would have hit my TP. It's just a matter of me knowing that it's just a bit risky. So let's see if I'm missing anything over here real quick. All right. So a lot of you guys were asking about my my TFF account. I had an issue and the MT4 is freezing, so I had to restart my challenge. And I'll just send you guys, here's a screenshot of my trades here. So I just passed my challenge again for TFF. I had to redo it, unfortunately. You know, shit happens, but it is what it is. And I just passed it again. So here's my my stats for my TFF. You can see I lost 0 trades. My new account right there, 200K. I had nothing but wins every day, every single trade. So here's my True Forex Funds account. You know, it's all about consistency, guys. If you guys cannot lose trades, if you guys can trade like how we trade here on the live, you can literally pass challenges with no problem. I haven't had any loss in the past 2 weeks, so I passed my TFF in, I don't know, less than 2 weeks. Every trade I hit TP. So is my net profit. Start at 200K. I'm like at 218K now. So just pass another challenge right there. It's easy, guys. Passing challenges is not that difficult. If you guys can just be consistent and not take dumb trades, right? You guys can easily pass. So there you go. Every single trade documented here off my TFF. No losses, 100% win rate. And I'll be moving on to phase 2. That there. So I mean, like if you guys have seen my process now, I'm not really like big on teaching as I was before. So unfortunately, if you guys missed the period where I was mentoring everybody one-on-one, that's long gone. I'm focused on just stacking up my own trading now. So I'm just doing like whatever funding accounts I can find that are legit, and I'm just maxing out my funding for pretty much whatever company that I want to, you know, obviously work with. Thanks, Professor. Yeah, and you know, that's just me showing you guys that it's possible, right? I feel like a lot of people think it's really impossible to pass these challenges. It's literally super easy if if you guys follow directions. There we go. So check out what happened right here, guys. It did exactly what we anticipated, right? So I was telling you guys that if price ends up hitting this area of liquidity, we're gonna get a spike to the upside. And that's exactly what happened right here. Because what happened right here, that's where everyone's stop losses were, right? Who were taking the sells. Let's check right here if this number has changed. People are still holding on to the position. That's crazy. I find it like it blows my mind how people like they'll keep hitting people's stopped areas and they'll just hold on to it. Because I'm sure there were stop losses hit right there because this is a big push compared to the other candles. Some people they just can't pull out of their positions. Nuts. Peter said diamond hands, lol. I know. Well, that'll never be me. If I'm losing the trade, I'm going to take that loss. I'm going to take a small loss and then move on to the next one so I can recover from that loss. But damn, that's crazy. Just imagine if you guys were holding on to a sell from down here or down here. This is even worse. This is like where people probably started entering the sell because they thought price pushed up right here was overextended and they thought price was going to come back down, but it didn't. So if you held on to a sell from down here, yeah, that's like 3,000 pip drawdown right now. That's crazy. Yeah, Maddie said, yeah, I don't know why people don't respect their stop loss. They don't calculate the risk of holding it all the way. Same. But yeah, price is pushing up higher. It's doing pretty much what we anticipated was going to happen. Everything is still pointing towards a buy right now. We just don't have any entries for a buy, unfortunately. The fundamentals are up extremely high. They're up almost 400 points. The heat map here is probably all green now. Looks like Apple might now be green. Yep. Literally everything is green. So if you guys are like whoever's taking a sell, it makes 0 sense for you to take any sells right now. The entire index is completely green. There's like a couple stocks here that are red. So Chevron's down 1 point, which is nothing. Merck and Company is down less than a point. Caterpillar's down less than a point. The only company that's really down is Travelers, but you guys can see how small Travelers is compared to everything else in US30. So hopefully you guys took my advice and did not take any sells here, because if you did, you're probably not really happy right now. And you probably feel like you should have listened, because I know people are probably getting tempted to enter sells right here. Remember, because I was telling you guys, well, actually it did exactly what I mentioned, right? I said price was going sideways right here. I said price was going to probably drop a little bit to lure in more sellers, and then it was going to shoot all the way back up. And that's exactly what happened. It lured in sellers, and then now it's all the way back up here and stopped everybody out. So nice work, Rick, on being smart and not taking your back to open today and actually taking a buy. You should probably be nice in profits, because I remember you said that you were, let's see, Rick said he was in a buy at, yeah, Rick said he was in a buy at 717. So Rick actually entered the buy right here. So you should be in profit right now, Rick, like almost 1,000 pips. Only one lot, which is fine. It still helps with your trade psychology. You know, having small wins here and there still boosts your confidence. That's key. I feel like a lot of people don't have confidence with trading. That's the problem with a lot of people succeeding in this, because they don't have confidence in their entries. You know, but whether it be 1 lot, 2 lot, 5 lot, 10 lot, as long as you're winning, that's really the key thing there. Because I'm sure your confidence, you're feeling good right now, Rick. I'm sure even though it's 1 lot, you're still feeling good that you're winning and not losing. So other than that, see, Harry over here sent in his profits. Nice work, Harry. He locked in a total of 2,002 for the day. Rick said I was down 4K. Yeah, Rick's our gambler here. It's all good. See, Steven over here locked in a total of 1,182. Great work, Steven, for the day. Steven said, I'll get to your question later, Steven. Just talking about the copier. Marlon over here as well. Marlon locked in a total of 490 for the day. Nice work, Marlon. She let her TP hit. So you're getting better, Marlon. I'm looking at all your trades here every day. I know your problem was letting your trades hit full TP. Every trade you sent me this week, or a majority of them, full TP. Green strip right there. These two, you let them run to full TP. This one, you let run to full TP. You're getting better. These two right here, you let one that you pulled a little early. Looks like you missed out on $100 right there, but still, the other trades here, full TP. So, you know, it's all about consistency, guys, and you're really getting there, Marlon, with letting your trades actually run to full TP. So, let's keep it up. Other than that, let's see if there's anything else real quick over here. Nothing right there. Yeah, definitely, Marlon. No problem. And I'm glad that you're you're following directions. There's so many people, not to like to put anybody on the spot. There's a lot of people who ask for my advice and they never follow any of the advice. The people who actually do follow the advice, they do really well. Steven follows my advice. This dude's locking in 1,000 a day, right? 1,182 today, 1,055 yesterday. That's his goal. 1,140 the day before that. He locks in 1,000 every single day because he follows directions, right? If people could just follow directions, you'd be doing a lot better. But it's all right. Some people have to take losses to really wake up. So it's just it's just a matter of time. I can't force you guys to be a good trader. You guys have to force yourself to be a good trader. It's all about habits. Other than that, let's see if there's anything else that I'm missing here. Kenny said I'm getting better. Yeah, so here's the thing. Like, if you guys know that you're not doing good, but you're actually like trying to get better, that's fine. But if if you guys are not doing better and you just keep doing worse, that's where you kind of have to be real with yourself. Other than that, yeah, Maddie, you can hit me up later. I'm getting my car detailed today, so after this live, I gotta hop off real quick and drop off my car, bring my car to the roof. But yeah, just when I get back, I'll let you know. We can talk. Man, this market sucks. I was hoping I could catch something here, but there's just nothing here, and it's 7:34 right now, so we have about 20 minutes. I guess I shouldn't be complaining because I'm already up pretty heavy for the day. So if I see something good, great, I'll take it. If not, then it looks like everything is still looking like a buy right now. Damn, there's more sellers entering the market, guys. Check this out. 62% short. Yeah, there's more sellers entering, so a lot of people are trying to catch that drop. That's probably not going to happen anytime soon. So right here again, I think this will be another fake out. Same situation with right here, right? So like, for example, right here, we had a high right there, price kind of faked out. It dropped slightly before shooting right back up and stopping everybody out. I think this will be another same situation. It's basically the same pattern, just repeating itself. It's going to fake people out, stack some more sellers into this trade. And then, all of a sudden, shoot right back to the upside. So I don't recommend anyone chase the sell here. Probably be the worst decision if you guys do decide to, because it still very bullish. Fundamentals currently up 372 points. Looking over here at the stock index, everything is pretty much the same still, very green. The only red stock here is Chevron and Travelers. Chevron's only down like a little over a point. Heat map over here, I'll refresh it real quick. Yeah, nothing here. Everything here is green. Retail sentiment is still indicating that there are 62% of retail traders on the short side. So I would be careful, guys. I know this is tempting for a lot of you guys to enter or sell here because you think it's going to finally drop, but I don't think it's ready to drop yet. Probably not until a little later, maybe until like 9-ish. So the key thing to look out for here is going to be the range. We might get a V3 here. So let's see if I can find something here. The only problem with these V3s is that it's too stop loss is too tight. I'm gonna have to do a 10-30 split for a V3 here if I decide to take it. I don't think I'll take it though. We need this to close as a green candle. Nope. Doesn't look like it's going to close green. If it closes too close, I'm not going to take it either way. Yep, so no entry off that. If this closed as a green candle, this would be a V3, but it didn't close. So nothing there. We'll probably see price will probably go sideways for a bit, and then eventually the area you guys want to keep an eye out for is going to be the high right there, because that's where the liquidity is sitting, where people's stop losses are sitting. Let's see if there's anything else over here. Nice work, Al. Al said pass the 10K challenge in 2 hours. Nice work. So Al passed this challenge today. So great work, Al, right there. Where's FTMO? Looks like you did some smart moves here. You took some trades. You just moved your stop loss and profit pretty much. You weren't aiming for TPs. I can see because you have a red strip here, but you have profit. So looks like the way you were trading was that you were kind of waiting. You were trying to push for those bigger moves. And you kind of just moved your stop loss and profit, or you trailed it. But pretty much total profit of 1,009 for today. So big congrats to Al over here, another member in K2 passing their FTMO. Seems like every day there's someone passing FTMO, which is great. Glad to see a lot of you guys here killing it. John over here as well. John locked in a total of 4,000 for the day. Great work, John. Locked in another one, stacked one right there. Actually stacked in a couple trades right here, full TPs. So nice work, man. You guys are on fire today. Everyone's doing pretty good. Nelly over here as well. He's trading on my phone. Setting TP is kind of difficult. No, it's super difficult. I don't know how people do that, but I'm glad to see that you still locked in some good profit, Nelly. So Madu over here locked in a total of 3,646. His last one over here, he finally set his TP and let it run. Full TP right there. Yeah, it's difficult trading on your phone, guys. I don't know how you guys do it. I traded on my phone a couple weeks ago and it was just didn't work very well for me. Enter too soon right after the first candle. Dom was set to. Yeah, not sucks. It's all good, Alexander. It happens sometimes. Yeah, price was whipping back and forth. Like it hit your stop loss slightly before all the way back up. Yeah, it's all good, Alexander. Happens. So over here, it looks like Alexander, his stop loss was a little too close. Or it was a spread actually. So it looks like it was a spread, Alexander, because your loss should have been at 3,000. So if your DOM was set at 300, it might have been your spread. Due to the high volatility this morning for the breakout, looks like it did hit your spread because you locked in less than what you were supposed to lose. But then he made it right back right here. So the key thing here is that he recovered from that loss. But from the breakout, it looks like, yeah, stop loss was just a little too tight. Spread was too wide. Because the spread is about 110 pips, right? So if your stop loss is 300 pips, your stop loss is technically only like 200 or 190. It's not even that much. So yeah, B says that he uses 350 stop loss to cover the spread, which is smart. So it's good thinking right there. B, it's all good. It happens. Other than that, here's price pushing right back up. There goes a fake out that we just identified earlier, or Maddie. It's doing exactly what we just thought. It came down. It did the same thing it did right here. Came down, consolidated, and now it's coming back up to stop everybody out who took a sell. So hopefully you guys were smart about it. About not taking the sells here. Sorry, I saw a question up here from Janae. Janae, I think you're still on here, right? Yeah, Janae's iPhone, I believe. Yeah, Janae's here. There's a lot of iPhones here. Sorry, there's like 6 iPhones, so I can't. Not sure which one's Janae. But Janae, to get the momentum indicator, go over here to indicators. Go to your invite-only scripts. It's going to be called the K2 proprietary trading system. This is the main indicator we use for everything. So you click on this here, and then on your chart right here, these green and red vertical lines will come up. It'll say K2 momentum. So the indicator is called K2 momentum, but when you click on your thing, this is the main K2 indicator. This is used for pretty much all strategies. That's how you'll get it. I All right, guys. So I don't really see any entries here. I'm gonna wait for like a couple more minutes. If we don't get any entries anytime soon, I think we might be wrapping this up a little early. The only reason I'm doing this is because some people are messaging me right now, and they're asking a lot of questions regarding because they want to force a trade, right? I feel like a lot of people here are getting a bit impatient. And the thing is, I don't want you guys to be forcing any trades right now, especially if you guys made some pretty good profit with us for the morning so far. Um, I don't want you guys to be tempted to take any trades here because I don't think this is a good market to be trading in. The problem with this here is that if you guys take a buy and you get greedy and you hold on for it for too long, price might come back down and stop you out, right? Vice versa. There's some people here who are getting impatient and they want to take a sell. The last thing I do is take a sell and then it pushes right back up and stops you out. So I personally don't think this is a good area to be trading. The reason for that is because volatility here is too low. If you measure the candles here, each candle is moving like 170 pips, right? So the thing with this here is that if your TP is if you're going for like 500 pips or even 300 pips or even 100 pips, etc., it might hit. But the problem with this here is that if your stop loss is 300 pips, you can easily get caught on the wrong side. Like for example, here, if you enter a buy at this point, your stop loss is going to be right here within the range. So price does pull back a little bit, you're going to get stopped out, right? And then vice versa, same situation. If you end up taking a buy here or a sell because you think price is going to drop from this point, if it pushes up, you're going to get stopped out. Volatility is just too low. If price was moving like how it was over here, or it was like at least moving a little bit where you can hit your TP, then pull out and you're good, then that'd be fine. But with the market right here, let me just measure this, just the bodies. I'm measuring the bodies. This is the volatility right here, right? Volatility is 300 pips. So the thing is, the last thing you want to do is get caught in a position. Say you get caught in a buy right here. Last thing you want to do is for price to keep going sideways for like an hour, or maybe not an hour, maybe like 20 minutes or so, because it's like 15 minutes to 8. So I don't think we're going to get an entry from now until 8. If you hold on to this for 15 minutes, the last thing you want to happen is you're in this position, it's going sideways, and then all of a sudden it spikes down and you get stopped out, right? And then you're mad because you could have just sat out of the market because you already knew the market was dead. So yeah, like what Maddie said, yeah, I'm gonna eat my loss and call it a day. Rami said, I think it's better to take the W's or L's and live to fight another day, which I agree too. And then same with B here. B said, as soon as you get off the live, I'm ordering a pizza. So wrap it up early, I'm starving. Yeah, Nick said he's gonna take his 90 bucks and run. So this is just me kind of telling you guys, this is not a good area to be trading in, right? Price is just consolidating. I see it consolidating for the next 15 minutes or so. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat. I can answer whatever questions you guys have. Just a reminder, we do have our mentoring session today at 2 p.m. So if you guys don't have your questions answered right now, I'll be back live in about 6 hours to answer any questions you guys have. So if there's anything that you guys need, feel free to put your questions in the chat right now. Otherwise, I'll be back in a couple hours for the mentoring session later today. But yeah, volatility is super dead, so there just isn't anything for us to take here. And I'm personally just looking out for you guys. I'm looking out for myself too, but I'm looking out for you guys because I already know myself. I'm looking to FOMO into a trade, and I don't want to FOMO into a trade and end up losing my profits for the day. So let's see, Cern over here sent in his profits. Nice work, Cern. Cern locked in a total of 453 euros right here, and then he locked in 814 euros right here. So great work right there, Cern, on both of your accounts. All right, guys, anything else here? So I don't see anything else here, guys. So I think this might be it for now. Toto over here locked in the total. Nice work, Toto. We locked in some profit over here. 50, 100, 150, 200, a little over 200 for the day. So great work with there, Toto. Keep it up with your consistency right there. Other than that, I think that's about it. So, all right, guys, we're going to wrap up the session a little early because we just don't have anything to take right now. I don't think this is a good market to be trading in. Price can drop at any moment or price can keep pushing up. So I just don't think it's a safe time to be trading. Barack over here locked in a total of 2,802. Nice work, Barack. If you guys have more profit to send in, feel free to send them in. I'll add them to the list of profits for later today, and we will continue on. Yeah, it looks like some of you guys here kind of like falling into a couple of trades. So I'll take a look at this stuff later and I'll answer you guys' questions, your private questions as soon as I get off. But other than that, guys, I will be back live in about 6 hours at 2 p.m. Pacific for the mentoring session. So other than that, if you guys have any questions right now, email me or message me on Telegram. Otherwise, I'll see you guys back here for the mentoring session in a couple hours. So